Have you ever laid in the dark, completely still, while tears ran quietly down your face, and you had no idea how to explain why? No argument happened, no disaster struck, and yet something deep inside you ached. If you are a woman over 40, or if you love one, you already know this feeling. Those silent tears in the dark are not weakness. They are not drama. They are decades of a woman carrying things she was never supposed to carry alone. Today, we are going to understand what those tears are really saying and why the most emotionally complex woman in the room is often the one who cries where nobody can see her. Welcome back, beautiful souls. I'm so glad you're here. This channel exists for one reason: to hold space for the emotional truths that mature adults rarely get to speak out loud. And today's conversation is one of the most tender ones we've had. We are going to explore 5 deep reasons why women over 40 cry alone at night, what each type of tear is communicating, and what it reveals about a woman's inner world that she may never say in words. If this resonates with you, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe. It genuinely helps more people find content that sees them for who they truly are. Stay until the very end, because the last truth is the one that changes everything. Reason number 1. She is mourning a version of herself she never fully became. By the time a woman reaches her 40s, she has lived through enough chapters to look back and notice the ones that never got written. The career she set aside, the passion she postponed. The woman she was becoming before life asked her to become something else first. Psychologically, this is called identity grief. It is not regret in the ordinary sense. It is something quieter and more aching, a longing for a self that was real, that had potential, and that somehow got left behind. Imagine a woman lying awake at midnight, listening to the hum of the house. Everyone she loves is asleep. She is the one still holding everything together. And in that silence, she thinks, who am I outside of all of this? Have you ever felt that question rise in you? That gentle, devastating question? Those tears are not failure. They are the sound of a woman who is still awake enough to ask. Reason number 2, she has been strong for so long that she has forgotten how to be held. There is a particular kind of loneliness that only comes from being the reliable one. Women over 40 often become the emotional anchor of everyone around them. Their children, their partners, their aging parents, their colleagues. And when you are always the one holding others steady, there is no one left to hold you. Research in emotional labor consistently shows that those who give the most emotional support often receive the least, not because they are unloved, but because the people around them assume they don't need it. Think about a woman who spent the entire day managing someone else's crisis. She arrived home, cooked, listened, soothed, and at 11 at night, when the house finally went quiet, she sat at the kitchen table and let herself fall apart, not because her life is terrible, but because she is exhausted from being unbreakable. You are not alone in this, and your tears in the dark are not a sign that you are losing. They are a sign that you have given more than most people will ever understand. Reason number 3, she is grieving a love that didn't become what she believed it could. This one is tender. Not every woman crying alone at night is in a broken relationship. Some are in long ones stable ones that quietly lost their warmth somewhere along the way. Emotional disconnection in long-term partnerships is one of the most painful and least discussed experiences mature women carry. Because from the outside, everything looks fine. The bills are paid, the routines are intact, but inside, she remembers when she felt chosen, when a look across the room meant something, when she felt known, not just tolerated. Picture a woman lying beside her husband, a good man, a decent man, and feeling completely invisible. She doesn't leave, she doesn't rage. She turns toward the wall and lets the tears come quietly. That grief is real, and it deserves to be seen. Not dismissed, not minimized, seen. Reason number 4, She is processing the passage of time in a world that doesn't celebrate her age. There is a particular ache that comes for women in midlife that is hard to name out loud. It is the ache of watching the culture around you quietly stop reflecting you back. Youth is celebrated. Older age eventually earns a different kind of respect. But 40, 45, 50, this is the invisible decade for women in so many ways. The phase where she is still fully alive, still hungry, still electric with desire and ambition and beauty, and yet somehow treated as if she has already peaked. And some nights, that invisibility settles like a weight. She catches her reflection. She thinks of birthdays passing. She wonders if the world will ever see her the way she still sees herself, fully alive, fully here. Those tears are not vanity. They are a woman refusing to accept that her most meaningful chapters are behind her. Think about that for a moment. Think about that for a moment. Reason number 5. She is sitting with dreams she hasn't buried yet. This is the most quietly hopeful reason of all. Some women cry alone at night, not from hopelessness, but from the stubborn, aching presence of hope itself. Dreams that still live inside her, desires she hasn't surrendered, a version of her future that she can still feel, even when she can't see the path to it. She still wants, she still longs, she still believes, even if only at 2 a.m, that something beautiful is still possible for her. And the gap between that longing and where she stands today, that gap has a texture. It feels like ache. It comes out as tears. But those tears are not the sound of giving up. They are the sound of still wanting. And that is the most alive thing a person can be. I want to speak to you directly now. If you are a woman who has cried alone at night and never told a single person, I want you to hear this. You are not falling apart. You are processing. You are feeling. You are refusing to go numb. And that takes a kind of quiet courage that the world rarely applauds. The tears you cry alone are not shameful. They are sacred. They are the overflow of a heart that has loved deeply, given generously, hoped persistently, and is still going. You did not break. You bent under the weight of decades, under the weight of expectations and sacrifices and silent endurance, and you are still here. That is not weakness. That is the definition of strength, and the most important thing I want to leave with you today. The woman who cries alone at night is not a woman without love. She is a woman who loves so deeply and has carried so much that the only time she lets herself be human is when no one is watching. Let someone watch. Let yourself be held. You have earned it. Today we explored 5 of the deepest reasons why women over 40 cry alone in the dark, and what those tears are truly communicating. Not weakness, not failure, depth, endurance, the beautiful, aching complexity of a life fully lived. If this video touched something in you, something real, I would love for you to leave a comment below. Tell me, do you recognize yourself in any of these? Or do you love someone who does? Please like this video if it moved you, and subscribe if you want to keep exploring the emotional truths that don't get spoken enough. Every subscriber is someone I get to speak to again, and that means the world to me. In our next video, we're going to explore what happens in a woman's heart when she finally feels truly safe with someone, and why that feeling for many women over 40 is rarer than anyone realizes. Until then, be gentle with yourself. You are more than enough. Always.